Good morning, everybody. This is Chunshim. Today, let me share about your second cycle of 60 years. So, what can be our basic plan for that? So, today's the title is Provide Your Own Health, Happiness, and Peace. Why does it say your own? Right? Can you hear me okay? So imagine, when we are in the second cycle of the life, like a 60 to 120 or 61 to 120, if our habit is still people begin to leave, and then, our body doesn't stay so strong. Not possible, right? Because we are aging. So to book, I have decided to live 120 years, recommend us to provide our own health, happiness, and peace. So, or is a more unconditional? Is it conditional or unconditional? So, let me give you some questions. Do you feel healthy? And your health is independent? Like, are you providing your own health? Or is it conditional? If you have something, you feel healthy. So if your health is dependent, when I take my medication, if I have somebody, if I eat something, I feel healthy. That's the conditional, right? It's not very sustainable. So the second one, do you feel happy? Your happiness is independent or is it conditional? So anything conditional is not strong. What about your peace? In any condition, do you feel peaceful? Or only when you meditate? Or when, only when your surroundings are quiet? Or only when you listen to music? That's the conditional. Make sense? And then in the second, the cycle of life, these conditions don't stay with us much. The physical health is going down, happiness, right? The people around us, you know, either moving away or dying or changing. Is it right? Kids are leaving, friends are leaving. Make sense? So, if our health, happiness, and peace are dependent, we can't have the best, the second cycle of life. Does it make sense? So, how can we have these three things? So, this book, the Ilchi, is suggesting three powers. First one is the physical power, second is mind power, third one is brain power. So, uh, physical power, for instance, it's a, right? Physical power. So, especially for the second cycle of life, we really need that physical power. Do I like it? Do I have it? No. I didn't like any physical exercise when I was younger. Now I'm better. I do stretching. I accumulate, the energy in my body. But it's not my favorite. But I have to. So every day I give 1 hour to myself when I wake up, either walking, running when weather is better. So I use it for my physical body. So without this physical power, it's like the house has no cornerstone. Can you imagine then what can happen to the house? No matter how healthy your mind is, your body is not okay. It's always pain, not little pain, big pain. It's so hard to keep that tranquility. Make sense? Your mind should be very strong. Have you been sick? And that you understand this. So when we have any challenges, we really can see our authenticity, right? So better not to get sick. So second one is the mind power. When we do the push-ups, we can grow the muscle. Mind also needs that muscle, mind muscle. So every day. So are you growing your mind muscle? How? It's hard to tell in a few minutes right now. So anyway, I have the self-mastery course for that. So this book says, this book is asking if you have any core value in your life which can guide your life to your essence. So again, would you meditate if you have any core value in your life right now? Then you can grow your mind muscle. Without it, you just survive every day. You may plan just to travel, your mind keeps going out and energy goes out. So you can enjoy life, but it's not very sustainable and dependent. So the inner value within, even though you don't travel, even though you don't have your friends right now around you, do you have that strong core value within? Even though you are alone in the desert, the core value which can support you. I shared with you about the Viktor Frankl, right, who survived the 4 concentration camps. So it's the same thing. He had that core value. And then to grow this core value, if you have it, and that we need to practice how, is through relationship. Because when we are alone, we can have that, right? Oh yeah, my soul, my God within. But then, once we go to the relationship, our inner core, right, the focus may change. So then it can't be our core value. So you can see how strong it is in relationship. In comfortable relationship, it's easier, but our life doesn't allow that all the time, right? Sometimes we have to meet people we don't like. Sometimes we cannot meet people we like. So Buddha said that. So Buddha said that life is suffering. It's one of sufferings. But through this relationship, we can really grow the power of mind. So physical body needs muscles, so body can support us, right? When I was born, I was a little. I didn't have a muscle. In my 20s or 30s, still no muscle. But as I get age, I need a muscle. If I have only skin and bone, it's not okay, right? So that's my goal. I need a muscle in my body. So when I see others, oh, your physical condition is much better. Everybody looks stronger. I don't have a big muscle, so I have to grow it. My mind muscle better than my physical muscle. So the last one is brain power. So for brain power, creativity. That's the core. Instead of just living as a given, like surviving every day, or lots of knowledge is not the main power for your brain. Because the knowledge is in the neocortex, but then you don't use the 2 other brains, like your limbic system and brainstem. So to use your brain fully, we need all some knowledge and exercise and art, all that, and plus creativity from inside. It's more than just ideas, creativity. So that creativity which can help you create your life. also the creativity which can help me and others together, not just the me. So that kind of creativity. It's connected to your inner wisdom and intuition. So that creativity, if you get it and that you use it for your life, then it grows. So to do that, we need a kind of the connection, like a compassion, like the sensible oneness, because it's like a win-win game. How can I use my creativity for me and for others? It's a win-win. So then we need the love is a so important energy level, right? Love, compassion, right? Or caring. So that helps our creativity. So then all these three powers, what kind of relationship do these um, powers have with our chakras? So when we develop chakras, we start with the root chakra, bottom to top. Most of us needs the bottom to top, like the building a house, bottom to top. So the physical power uh, is related to our root chakra. So when you develop your root chakra, I talked about this, some exercises, right? Intestine exercise, or belly button healing, or sleeping tiger pose, or tapping, all that kind. That helps your root chakra, and then it helps your physical condition. Even though my physical body is not very like a strong or no muscle, my root chakra is helping my condition. So far, physically, I'm okay. And then the mind power, heart chakra helps. So we have that the True Essence workshop, Saturday, Sunday. If you have interest, please message me. It's just the one weekend. So that helps your mind power. Make sense? And then brain power related to upper chakra. So when you develop chakras, you can help all these three powers. So when you have these three powers within, and you can create your health, happiness, and peace independently. So it can be your main, the core value for the second cycle of your life. So I hope you meditate on this. Do I have my own, right? Even without doctor much. Eventually we need a doctor, but can you help your health? Basically, when you have a headaches, do you go to medicine first, or can you help yourself? Stomach ache, can you help you first? When you are really, really sick, we need a doctor anyway. Or when you feel anxious, angry, can you help yourself? We all need that. And we can do that, don't you think? I really wish schools teach this, because we spend how many years, right, in school. So I hope maybe in a close future, schools teach how to help our physical condition, mind condition, before any knowledge. If you know any shortcut, how to help the school system, please let me know. So I hope you practice this week uh, for your own health, happiness, and peace. How is my physical condition, mind muscle, and your brain muscle? Okay, this is your meditation, and then next week we can talk about more details. So thank you, everyone. I hope it helps your life. Thank you. Love you. Bye.